This is culturally inappropriate.
Wagwan. Hey, yo, this was sent to me. Shout out by my boy Jerry for sending me this. This is our Conversation and Reviews. This is a clip from Miss Pink Book Lessons. Go to her channel, show the queen some love. She's doing amazing things. She has some things to say. I have some things to say. And then the spirit of the universe is going to take us home. So grab your shoulder pads down your helmet and let's get this work. Hustle and motivate.
Fuck you.
I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You're going to see.
We'll
you
see.
know it.
We'll see. We're
going to see.
And for those of you that don't know, Canelo is about to cha-cha on his boy Bud. And trust me, I like Bud. I really, really do. He's a beast. But he's not with the Migos. Simple as that. I do think it's going to go the distance, but Canelo's going to take that.
Okay, I think I see where this is going. Before I say anything, I'm going to let this thing play out. But I kind of see where this is going. Because she wasn't the only person that kept saying that until Crawford, flipped them D's on him. I was there at the fight. I was there with the client. And, yeah, this was amazing. But let's continue.
Well, I guess Canelo forgot how to cha-cha because cha-cha where?
As Teddy Atlas would always say, Canelo is looking to be friends, and Crawford is not looking to be friends.
Great exchange from Terrence Crawford right there. This is a moment where Terrence Crawford stood his ground and got his respect from Canelo Alvarez.
Leave me alone.
Lupe, quick. Te dije que Crawford le iba a romper el trasero a Canelo. Sí. Yo, I'm coming to Guadalajara. I'm coming straight to Guadalajara for your ass. You heard me?
I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do.
Better than Mayweather? Or did you mean to say he was better than you? Because you're the one that got beat on Saturday night. Don't you love how they try to flip and deflect? Yeah, before the fight, Canelo said he didn't see the difference. Terrence Bud Crawford was like everybody else. Well, I bet he can see the difference now. Terrence Crawford just added another chapter to the history books. On Saturday, he became the first 3-division undisputed boxing champion of the 4-belt era, beating super middleweight champ Canelo Alvarez. Crawford moved up 2 weight classes to pursue greatness, and no, the added muscle didn't hamper him.
What I like to highlight is this. All of the haters out there that came for Crawford, all of those saying negative, don't get me wrong, you got to love your haters. And you want the negative comments. You need that. Like roaches, we feed the need. Because he took all of that and he just unleashed it on Canelo. Everybody and their mama thought Canelo was going to win. Crawford was the underdog. It was one and done. Let me just say this. Crawford shocked everyone. Even the prince. Because Canelo was offered $150 million. Crawford was only offered $50 million. I'm going to let that marinate.
Came out with his signature speed and precision, dodging Alvarez, then returning explosive combinations, making it a clear decision at the end of the fight. A unanimous win for Terrence Crawford. Now, before going into the fight, Terrence was already the 2-division undisputed boxing champ, but once again, he set himself apart from everybody else by becoming the only person in the 4-belt era to achieve undisputed status in not 1, not 2, but 3 weight classes.
Told can't nobody whoop no, not no real. That girl shot herself, got shot in the head, and drove herself to the hospital. I take a different kind. Any been shot in the head, I would never bet against. Any been shot in the head and drive herself to the hospital, I would not bet against. That and his mama mistreated him as a little bitty boy. And his mama mistreated him as a little bitty boy. His mama used to set up fight and say, "Boy, you can't whoop nobody. You weak just like your daddy." And he whooped everybody. No, he's a different kind.
What a mother.
Yeah. She great now. She don't good back there. Yeah.
Don't play with my boy. It's over with. It's over with. I told the whole world, pay me, suckers. Retire, bud. Retire, bud.
For those that betted on Crawford, put money on Crawford, they got their money's worth. Let me just highlight this. You can also tell that Crawford got pointers from Mayweather. If you look at the way Crawford was moving in that ring, it's the exact way Mayweather would move in that ring. It's about points. You see? It's chess, not checkers. Sometimes it's not always best just to go for that knockout. You're not Tyson. But if you can capitalize on the points, you got it. Canelo is not used to going over 7 rounds, more than 7 rounds. He's not. And we saw that. Let's continue. We saw a lot of things. We saw a lot of damn things.
It's over. You ain't got nothing else to prove. Let's go fishing, bud. Let's go fishing, bud. Retire. Yeah. It's over with.
Apparently, a lot of people knew how this would go down, but that didn't stop people from engaging in delusion. Right before the fight, though, after putting it all on Canelo, streamer Aiden Ross got a phone call, got cold feet, and switched up. At first, he was betting like $1 million on Canelo, but all that quickly changed.
After this call. Very important call. Jordan, we're switching the bat.
Huh?
We're definitely switching our bat.
Oh what? What you mean? No.
Don't
stay with Canelo.
No, we're going Crawford.
If he's saying that, everybody goes slam Crawford.
Jordan, we're going Crawford. I'm telling you right now, we're going Crawford.
Wait,
Cash
what?
out. I'll tell you guys off stream.
See, I told you, bro.
I hate when you say this. All right, okay, I'm about to put like 10K on this.
We gotta go Crawford, Jordan. Like,
no, I need to know, bro.
We're good. Just go Crawford. You really want Crawford?
Text me, bro.
I will.
That clip is going around and people, they're using it to try to diminish Terrence's historic win, trying to say, oh, it was rigged. Who called Aiden Ross and convinced him to take that $1 million off Canelo? I'll tell you who. A person who knew what time it was and knew that going for that Mexican-born man over the American just because he's black, because that's what they always do. A person who knew that didn't make any sense. And side note, I love how the so-called American First crowd, they love to support the Mexican flag all of a sudden. They suddenly forget about being patriotic when the face look like Bud's face and will literally throw the American flag out for a minute. But let's be clear, I don't care how much they try to hype him up. Canelo wasn't better than Terence, and that's just that. But yeah.
I agree. When it's, the face, when they put the face out there and they put things out there. But I would give the Latino community this. They will come out in full force to support and ride for their own. I give them credit on that one. I give them mad love and respect for that. When it comes to blacks, you have some that will show up and ride out and show their love. You do have some that do that. And then you have some that have doubt. And you will know that they have doubt because they will say it, they will speak it. It's like this. To put this match on, the Prince did an amazing job. The Prince of Saudi Arabia, somewhere out there, Dubai, somewhere. He did a phenomenal job. Okay, he did a phenomenal job. And we're going to see more events like this take place because this was true boxing at its highest elite. And both did an amazing job. I tip my hat off to both. Let's continue.
Yeah, somebody told him, Aiden, don't be stupid. You about to lose $1 million wishing upon a star that a black man get murked. I mean, it's one thing to root against the American that's black, but it's another thing to root against him and lose a whole milli. That would be just plain stupid. So yeah, at some point, common sense kicked in. However, that didn't stop the delusional Canelo fans from boohooing over the fight and making excuses.
I told y'all, I'm not here just by a coincidence. God bless him, and he made this event. He made this night just for me.
No, Crawford was not running, and I'm Mexican. I go for Canelo, you guys. Canelo got beat up, you guys. He got in school. Yeah, Crawford was running a little bit, but that's what you're supposed to do. They already know how to fight Canelo. The fools that have been running against Canelo always go all the way to the 12th round. Why? Because they know how to fight. Mayweather didn't school them. The fools that have been trying to go toe-to-toe with Canelo have lost, okay? Have gotten knocked the out. But Crawford, nah, bro. He beat the shit out of Canelo.
And the reason why he did that, let's highlight that. Just like in football, what do you do in football? You watch film of your opponent. So he went to Mayweather, watched that film, hard, long, to study him. When they fought, Crawford hit all those target areas. It wasn't about the knockout. He said, no, you want to beat Canelo? Beat him by points. And he kept tagging him. The fight didn't start to shift until after the 7th round. Let's highlight that.
I don't care what you guys are saying.
Y'all gotta stop saying Crawford was running, okay? If Crawford was running, Canelo wouldn't be, his face wouldn't be turning, and he wouldn't be looking at Crawford like, dang, I didn't know you hit this hard.
What was he doing in camp? Just f***ing around, bro?
If you know my man, he's a diehard Canelo fan. You want to be his trainer or what?
I would train him better than f***ing Eddie right now, man. You got f***ing murked by B-Ball, same way, and now Crawford's...
Right now won't be a good time to ask you to go home?
Vegas, man. In the world are you f***ing taking fights and you're not f***ing preparing for them? You already knew that he was gonna f***ing do the exact same thing he f***ing did. Canelo, bro. Oh my gosh.
You know what's funny, guys? That earlier in the morning, they asked Canelo about the fight and how he was preparing for it. And he said he was watching a whole bunch of television and even plays a little bit of golf. Oh, brother, but you did not expect the ass whooping. The ass whooping Terrence Crawford just gave you. People want to say that Crawford was just running, but that man was being strategic AF because guess what?
Thank you. There was nothing about Crawford that says he was running. But there was a whole lot that says about Crawford that he was putting belt to ass. And that everything he did was strategic. And you notice, even to the point where he started attacking him and smiling at the same time. And every time Canelo would strike, he would miss. Crawford would smile and laugh. He already knew he had him.
What? He wasn't just running. He was actually hitting Canelo. He was dragging him. Canelo was taking a lot of shots for him. He was getting walked down by a guy that went up 2 or 3 weight classes up. I've always said that Canelo was a fraud because, you know, he picks and chooses his fights with these crazy unknown fighters. And then when he fights somebody of a big stature, he loses. Look above. They're all his daddy. To other Canelo fans, name me a fighter that he's fought that had a big legacy and he was able to beat him. Name one.
Here we go again. Antonio Tarver, Mario Lopez. Everybody's trying to chuck and jive. Well, maybe Canelo Alvarez just wasn't the same guy who knocked out Caleb Plant.
It doesn't matter. You got more excuses than a hooker going to church. A fight is a fight, and he got his ass mobbed. Take your L, take your loss, and be a man and a woman about it. Because you got some women that were crashing out too. Let's call it out. Let's have an adult conversation. Let's talk about it.
Caleb Plant's not Terrence Crawford. Never in his life have we ever mistaken Caleb Plant for Terrence Crawford. And I know, bruh, Caleb Plant is from my home state of Tennessee. But never in our life did we ever think he was Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is a dog. If anything, we need to be saying we need to drug test and make Terrence Crawford go on under a goddamn x-ray, because I guarantee you he got nothing but pit bull in his heart. Pit bull mixed with goddamn Rottweiler in his heart. Terrence Crawford was always the better boxer. If Canelo couldn't knock out Crawford, there was no chance Canelo was going to win.
Let me tell you why Crawford's entrance was iconic. It is Mexican Independence Weekend, for one. And Crawford paid tribute to his Mexican fans by walking into La Canción del Mariachi. That song was made popular and famous back in the early 90s from the movie Desesperado, which Antonio Banderas was the main character. But his...
And she's about to highlight it, and him holding a guitar case. So Folk want to sit up there and talk that shit. Crawford still paid respect to the Mexican. The Mexicans. He still paid respect. We're going to highlight that.
Walk gets more iconic when he grabs the guitar case. Crawford made sure to pay proper tribute to the movie El Mariachi, Desesperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico by holding the guitar case and walking in with the guitar case, because in these movies, the guitar cases were used as weapons. So Crawford walked in holding a weapon, as he is the weapon, to beat the opponent in today's fight. And this is why Crawford's walk was super iconic and freaking amazing.
And that's what's so crazy about this. Not once did Terrence Crawford disrespect the Mexicans. He even walked out in a way they could understand and relate to. But after he tore Canelo up, they still booed him.
When we talk about respect for respect, okay? I mean, it goes without say less. Crawford paid respect. He did not disrespect the Mexican community. He showed love and paid tribute. See, oftentimes, when you show love to others and you pay respect to others, they have a problem with that. Not all, but some. Some have a problem with that. Why so? Because you can imagine if it was something negative, if he disrespected. Some people just like to keep mess going. Some people don't like peace. Crawford is about peace. I still give Canelo respect because he, after it was all said and done, they both chopped it up. They both gave each other respect. They both gave each other props. Even Crawford went as much as giving Canelo back his belts. I'm trying to tell you, that's integrity. Some people don't like to see good integrity.
I wouldn't be here.
People are still booing?
I'm not here.
Are they weird?
It's still. He made this event. He made this night just for me.
Yeah, the real reason a lot of people big mad is because they thought they would be able to knock Terrence down a couple of notches, and it didn't work. You know, that's how they made Mayweather so rich. All these people for years gathering to see him lose, and he never lost. But that's why everybody showed up to the fight. Yeah, that's why everybody purchased the pay-per-view for so many years. It was to see an arrogant black man get knocked down, and they would literally root against anybody that was going against him, especially if his opponent was non-black. It's just crazy because Floyd is a proud American, and you would have other Americans that weren't black rooting against Floyd and cheering for other people holding up a different flag of a different country. And they really didn't have a good excuse. They would just talk about arrogance. Well, what about Terrence? Terrence is super powerful, and he's got a lot of humility. But you see how they hated on him the same way, even when it doesn't make sense? Look at it. This man has now done something no other boxer has ever done in the four-belt era.
Victory lap.